Hi, Dr. Stackhouse here. In this video, we're going to dive into the concept of cultural intelligence and why it matters for organizations and for leaders and ultimately for success in the workplace. What is cultural intelligence? It is simply this. To what extent do you or do other people have capability to function effectively in different cultural settings, both from a norms perspective, values perspective, beliefs, as well as how ultimately people are behaving and understanding. Really, it's the extent to which you're able to successfully navigate and interact in a culture that you yourself are not from. It might be you yourself are an expatriate. It might be working with people from different cultural backgrounds, given that we work in a global world today. And it is important because research shows that global leaders need this seminal skill in order to be effective and succeed in terms of moving up the corporate ladder and leading their teams. It also has been shown to be important in terms of a range of organizational outcomes, team success, team satisfaction, whether people want to leave the organization or leave the leader that is not super culturally intelligent. Now, importantly, if you're interested in developing cultural intelligence, know that it has 4 basic components. 1, motivation and interest in understanding different cultures. Are you curious? Are you open-minded? 2, knowledge. How much do we actually understand the customs and traditions and values of a person on my team that is immigrated from India, for example? Do I care? Do I not care to develop that level of knowledge? Number 3, strategy. Can you plan ahead when interacting with other people? Can you communicate and accommodate people from other national cultures? And then finally, action. The capability to actually apply your cultural understandings to real world contexts. Display empathy in particular is really a key part of this aspect. We need to be culturally sensitive to people coming from different societies and cultural groups in order to be effective. Now, organizations may sometimes provide some training to people in this area, but I really think that it's underdeveloped. So I just want to recommend a couple things for you to take away in terms of developing your own cultural intelligence or suggesting to others they develop their own cultural intelligence. Number 1, do not make assumptions. Just because somebody is from a certain place does not necessarily mean they will invariably behave in a certain way or think in a certain way. Number 2, be curious. Ask questions. Ask about the fact that one of your subordinates in your workplace is coming to you and constantly trying to get a meeting with you. Be curious and ask, I'm just curious why you're doing that. Like, is this just a cultural expectation? Like, I want to make sure that I'm a good leader and I meet your needs, etc. Effectively communicate. Learn how to communicate effectively with people from different cultural expectations. Some societies expect very clear, direct communication, like most of Western societies, to be fair. But others do not, and they will not respond well if you are very, very direct with them. That will make them incredibly uncomfortable. So be mindful and don't just make assumptions based on your own training and background. And the last one here, be flexible. Navigate those unfamiliar situations and be ready to pivot if you need to. For example, if you're very direct with someone and you notice they're uncomfortable, you can see them shutting down, you can see that they're not giving you clear answers, that might suggest a need to be flexible and approach things in perhaps a more indirect way to be successful with that person. I hope this is helpful. Until next time, take care.